Hello, everybody. It's me. It's Michael B. And it looks like the show has finally died. It's just me. No one else is here. No one else is available. No P-dubs. No Nostalgia. Even though I tried really hard to get Nostalgia to come back tonight. And unfortunately, Carl is off because it's Valentine's Day's weekend. You know, they call him Detroit Love. They don't call him that just because he's a handsome dude. He is off making some love with his wife. So it's just me tonight. But don't worry, everybody. I've brought in an all-star panel of guests to join me for the Friday Funhouse because we got lots of stuff to talk about. Stern Pinball did what everybody hoped today. Arcade1Up is going to possibly blow our minds or disappoint us tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. And there's other stuff going on. So thank you very much for being here yet once again for the Super Game Room dudes. Ladies and gentlemen, Friday night just got live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Super Game Room dudes. And even though most of my other guys aren't here, we found some dudes that were super, have games that they play in rooms. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show, the Herald of Protein, which I don't really know what that means, but Moat is back. Everybody acknowledge Moat. Moat, thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited. Moat made the show. I was worried he'd still be on Arcade Insiders, but looks like he's free from that, and now he can finally join us. Good to see you, Moat. Bill's Retro Gaming Show. Professional Bill. I have to be very careful. I have to always address Bill in a very certain tone. I'm not allowed to say anything wild or crazy about him. So Professional Bill's Retro Gaming Show is here. Right. And welcome back, James Hates Everything, who was a last-minute fill-in. Thank you very much, James, for making yourself available. Carl told me late last night his wife, unfortunately, wanted to go out tonight because she didn't want to go out on Valentine's Day with the rest of the rowdies, so he had to take tonight off. But I still think we've got a pretty excellent show lined up, and it's a very exciting one because tons of stuff is on the go. If you're a pinball person, we got some Pokemon to talk about, and I see Bill's got a little Pikachu there in the background, so he's all ready to go. We've also got that very exciting toy fair tomorrow, the hubbub of the home arcade community the last couple of weeks. We're going to talk about the teaser Arcade1Up threw out earlier this week. Does it mean something? Does it mean nothing? Arcade1Up says everything means something, so we'll see how that goes. And we got some PlayStation State of Play to talk about. AtGames National Owners Day, full packed show. So first off, Moat, how are you doing this week? It's been a busy week for you, man. You've been all over the place, invited to shows, on shows, making your own videos. How's everything going, man?
Man, I'm just trying to, play with toys. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's been cool. James, sorry. I tried. When they hit like 8:37, I was like, yeah, can we wrap this up? And then it went a whole another 40 something minutes. So yeah, I am D-Love tonight. I don't have a eye patch on, but yeah, it's great to be here. It's great to be here. Yeah, I'm very happy to be here. Yes.
Welcome back, Mike. We really appreciate it. You making time. I actually asked Mike and Bill to come on last week's show, but unfortunately, Mike had some computer problems, so he couldn't make it, and Bill just outright told me he was just too good to be here. So, that's why he was dead to me last week.
We got Bluetooth now. It's all good.
How about you, Bill? Let's talk, Bill. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on. I guess am I no longer dead to you now that I'm back?
You're no longer dead to me.
All right, good. I'm glad to be here. This is going to be a lot of fun tonight. Love hanging out with you guys. So this is going to be good.
Thank you so much. I got 2/3 of game time. I'm pretty excited about that. 2/3 of game time. And then we've also got James Hates Everything. James, it's been forever since I've had a chance to stream with you. I don't know what else we could talk about, but we're going to try, right?
Excellent. Absolutely. I'm a big day today, right? Like the Stern news is pretty fire. So pretty fun stuff.
I mean, we knew it was going to be Pokemon, but actually seeing it, especially kids of our lineage, like anybody who grew up in the 80s and 90s, the artwork's taken directly from the Pokemon anime. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's season 1, but if you watch the videos, we'll talk about it later. It's, they're going more into season, I think it's like 8 to 22. That's the direction they're in. So yeah, lots of fun stuff to talk about. The artwork is great. I love the lights on the table, so we'll talk about it a little bit later. But yeah, Pokemon is it's one of those pinball games that Stern has basically said we're going to print our own money from now on. Like they're going to sell 1 billion of these. Like Harry Potter, look out!
Absolutely, it's like crack.
Yeah. All right, guys. So where do you want to get started tonight? I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. I don't know if we can go through everybody because I want to try to get out of here on time tonight. It is Friday the 13th. That's the first thing I want to talk about. How many other people here are horror movie aficionados? This is a big day for me, obviously. Bill, not a horror movie guy. James, you are. Moat, do you like the movies of the scariness?
Well, yes, I do like Scary Movie 1 through 3. Absolutely great. And then my favorite scary movie in the world, Showgirls. Absolutely terrifying.
Terrifying. There is one scene in that is actually absolutely disgusting, and it is nightmare fuel. I'm not going to get into it because it's real gross. So yeah. Look at this. Arcade1Up says we got to get out on time. Everybody, including us, needs rest for tomorrow. You're pumping the gas here, Arcade1Up. I'm telling you right now, I can't wait to see what you got. I hope we're all going to be really excited and happy to see you guys involved and doing cool stuff again. This is definitely a lot more exciting than how it's been for the last couple of years in the home arcade space. So thank you for doing that. All right, so really quickly, James, Friday the 13th. I always say I'm going to watch like a bunch of Friday the 13th movies, never get to it. Did you watch anything today?
No, I've been unfortunately, working all day. But I will say this is Friday the 13th part 1 today. And then in 4 weeks, we get Friday the 13th.
I know. 3 Friday the 13th this year. So,
oh, wow.
It's going to be interesting, but this is actually the 11th anniversary today is of Friday the 13th remake, which came out 11 years ago to the day. So I only had time for one. We finished dinner and I ran out into the room and like right up to the last minute, like 10 minutes ago, I just finished it. I watched the remake and I got to say, I've always been really critical of it. But watching it back, there's a lot more things I like about it. There's some really lazy things they did. And like there's some elements that can be taken out. Like we were this close to having a really good Friday the 13th movie. This close. They just did some stupid things, but they still did some really good things too. So hoping the Paramount series or Paramount Plus series, I think it is, or Peacock, whatever it's going to be on, Crystal Lake, hopefully that's going to be good. It's been a very long time since, in my opinion, we've had a good Friday the 13th, and everybody will disagree on this. But the last time I think Friday the 13th was really, really good was Friday the 13th part 5. And everybody's going to hate that.
That's a terrible one.
No, Friday the 13th 5 was a great movie. Great movie. It was the last time. Jason X
10.
Jason X.
That was great.
Jason X had 1 minute of enjoyment where the old music played in the VR scene. That's the only moment of enjoyment in the whole movie.
I don't know. Of all the hokey ideas to try, I really surprisingly enjoyed it. And maybe it was because I thought it was going to be so terrible going into it that I was like, wow, that was actually kind of good. But you got to suspend even more belief, right?
The big problem with Jason X, why it bombed in theaters, is the movie was finished like a year and a half before it came out in theaters, and it actually leaked online. I watched it at home on my computer that I downloaded from LimeWire like a year before it came to theaters. So
LimeWire, not BearShare, for shame. For shame.
Well, it was also the last time I used my computer. I think we all know why. Anyways, I hope we get some good Friday the 13th stuff this year, but I do have a not so proud parenting moment. I don't know if this is good or bad, but while I was watching it, my wife decided to let my kids come out, and they were running around, and my son ran out, and he saw Jason, the exact scene in the remake where Jason finally puts on the hockey mask for the first time, and he just pointed at the screen and he goes, "Jason, that's Jason." And I was like, you probably shouldn't know this. A child less than 4 years old shouldn't know that.
No.
That's funny.
All right, before we get into the big conversation, let's go up because there were a couple super chats there from Dan in St. Louis, two $2 super chats. So thank you very much, Dan in St. Louis. Greatly appreciated. And we've also got a $5 super chat from David G here. Thank you very much, David. Good to see you, gentlemen. Moat, I saw your latest video. Excellent. I don't care about WrestleFest. Give me a Robotron. I will, obviously, I'm going to say I want a Robotron too, but I'm going to echo the sentiment. I want to see 80s stuff. I think that's the stuff I'm most hopeful for. Give us some cool 80s stuff. Josh Dendy says, Qbert, first mention. All right. I don't think first mention is a game, but I might be wrong. All right, guys.
It might be an old MS-DOS game.
MS-DOS. Is this Quake? I remember a guy used to always come into my chats and ask, is this Quake? And I was like, well, it's an arcade live stream, so obviously it's not Quake, but there we go. Anyways, let's get right into it. Let's talk about that Arcade1Up tease we saw earlier this week. Also talk about what our hopes are for tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up with Arcade1Up? All right, guys. So first point, Moat did an excellent video just a couple days ago. If you haven't had a chance, guys, go watch that. But one of the things I specifically want to talk about is that teaser image that Arcade1Up shared this past week. Give me a second. I'll bring it up on the screen here. Should have already had it ready, so I apologize. But, you know, can't have everything ready, especially when you're watching Friday the 13th like crazy. Let me just get that up. All right, move this to the side. There we go. Oh, whoa, I got to fix that. That's no good. That's no good. This widescreen monitor has ruined everything.
Is that to scale?
That's an ultra wide. Oh, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
So here's the image they teased, and specifically what they said was everything means something. It's just a tease, but everything means something. So really quickly, $5 super chat from B Kirby. I would like it, Mike, if you can, Bobby one ALU sing the closing song for today's show. Thank you very much for the super chat. I do not think that was Bobby one ALU that was on my show Monday. So I think that was somebody.
Sure it was not.
I think that was somebody trolling me. So let's go around the horn. Tell me what you think of this image, what you think of the cabinet shape and the color scheme. What does it lead you to believe what it is? Start with you, Mo. What do you think?
I think that image was found on Google after 0.2 seconds as soon as you load it in, and then it was placed on a back iStock thing and then colored in with a blue to yellow gradient. Yeah. So I think it's something, and I don't believe in lying on people's shows, so that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, okay. So you might know. I'll leave it at that.
That's where I'm leaving it. It's turtles. And actually, if you pay attention, right? Hold on. P-Dubs isn't here. I got you, bro. So if you pay attention, there's the bottom left side of it is blue, and the upper right side of it is like a goldenrod yellow color. clearly that's Care Bears. The bottom is Grumpy Bear, and the top part is Sunshine Bear. You know what I mean? So there it is. P-Dubs, I owe you another one. But yeah, that's what it is. It's an interactive Care Bear with like a 12-inch tablet on the inside of it, because of the old casino cage. They upgraded from 8 inches. So
Moat, I think you might be onto something there. I think you might be onto something. What about you, James? You had an interesting theory that you actually posted as a post or a video short on your YouTube channel. What do you think it is?
Well, so at the time, right, I really thought, hey, blue, yellow, it's got the kind of same shape as the leaked images of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe this is actually The Simpsons, right? Because, hey, now if they had Turtles, they had the Konami license, which means you could get Simpsons. And then obviously they put Turtles in kind of this shape. So with Star Wars, they clearly have a relationship with Disney. So maybe it is Simpsons. But then I really got to thinking, and it is Friday the 13th, as you mentioned. And as Arcade1Up official said, everything means something. And you see all those stars and space. And so I now know what this is. I'm 100% positive this is Pac-Man 10, Pac-Man in space.
I saw Meatball Saucy said speculation power activate. And I find it funny that people would complain about speculation. Like, do you not like to guess what it could be? Like, that's the kind of stuff I love. I love guessing. I mean, if I knew, I wouldn't speculate because that would be disingenuous. But who here doesn't like to have hope, to guess, to think about things? So, I mean, if you don't want speculation and you don't want to speculate about things, you're not living, brother. That's my opinion. Bill, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's a 3/4 scale home arcade machine.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Living dangerous.
No, this is actually really interesting that they put this. That we haven't seen one accurate guess yet. So
not Simpsons, not Turtles,
not Simpsons, not Turtles, not even Pac-Man, because I've heard people say Pac-Man, and I got to be honest, that was my first thought when I saw this was Pac-Man, because we all know it's coming. The yellow, it just kind of made it seem like it could be Pac-Man. So I don't know. I'm going to admit I'm stumped. I'm really not sure what this could be. And Mo is chomping at the bit.
If you know something, don't say anything, Mo. Like, I legit don't want to know.
Nope.
I legit want to be surprised.
My hand. No. Listen, I'm drinking water. Everyone stay hydrated. That's what I'm doing.
So what I struggle with this is yellow and blue could be several things. I thought Simpsons was a pretty good guess. I mean, obviously, if you Google yellow and blue arcade, the first thing that comes up is Pac-Man. Q*bert's a possibility. You've also got Space Invaders. There's so many different things there, but the problem I have with it is none of it really matched the shape. Now, I don't know if they just took like a generic, generic basic fun arcade shape, because that's very similar to what they released for the WrestleFest, and then put the image on it, and the colors mean something but not necessarily the shape. Or maybe the shape is kind of what their shark fin's going to be. Arcade1Up did it with this shape as well. They did like X-Men 97. They did other things like that with this specific midway shape, even though like you hope that they're not going to do that and they're going to have unique shape for each arcade. I'm not 100% sure what it could be. I think the big hint from it comes from the yellow and blue. So, I mean, could be a million different things. One arcade I've always wanted to see Arcade1Up revisit and maybe do justice to, instead of the really rushed and hard version they put out, was Space Invaders. So, I'll throw that out. I would love to see Defender Goofy Foot. I have no idea, but man, I mean, this has thrown me off all week.
Did you see that comment, Arcade? So Arcade1Up officials in the chat, they actually just put a comment in here asking people how many cabs they think this represents. So this might not be one cab. This might be an amalgamation of a couple that they plan on showing off.
I can see that. I mean, if you look at the shades of the gradient, you'd have to say there's like what, 4, because the bright yellow to the shade down to the goldenrod to the then that means like what, 4, 5?
Yeah.
6. I'm not saying the meme for all you people with children. I'm sorry. You're not getting that out of me.
Please don't. God, please
No,
don't.
no. We're grown men around here.
Yeah, I think we as men and we as people of the 80s and 90s need to take back this whole 6-7 thing. I don't get it.
See,
I don't agree with it. I don't even know what it means. But we got to go back. If we're going to talk numbers, we got to talk about Bill and Ted and 69, dude. Bring back 69. What is the definition of insanity? Repeating the same actions. Clearly, it's Pac-Man or some variation. David G, I thank you very much for the super chat. I think round of hands here for the panel. Who thinks that Arcade1Up is going to release a Pac-Man tomorrow? Raise your hand.
Honest answer, yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would be surprised to see that tomorrow. You got to remember that Arcade1Up have always used Pac-Man as a cash cow. You know, it's what drives the ship. Might not be something you're excited for because you've already bought 3 or 4 Pac-Mans or you're just tired of seeing it. But at the end of the day, it's the fuel that gets us Dragon's Lair. It's the fuel that gets us Tron. So I don't care if they release one every 3 months. I don't have to buy it. Doesn't mean anything to me as long as they're doing other stuff too.
I think we're focusing so much on the color that maybe we're missing like a little subtle details like the background. Like, why is that on a space like star image for one? You know what I mean? I think like, the color is cool and the shape's cool, whatever, but there has to be like more meaning to that background. I mean, they could have plastered this on the back of any kind of PNG image. Why is it stars? And, you know, things of that nature.
That's
probably
we're speculating, so let's speculate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That question Bill called, like, could this be hinting at that the statement Arcade1Up said, where could this be 1, 2, 3, or 4 cabs represented, right? You could have amalgam here of different things. Like blue and yellow, though, could be Stargate, but the shape's all wrong, so that doesn't make any sense.
Right, but that's just a stock image, though. You know what I mean?
That they threw a gradient on of their, you know, like a mock-up of TMNT or one of the other cabs they already did.
I mean, it's just weird. I'm looking at it. There's like 5 stars that are a lot larger than the other one, so maybe that signifies the number or something. Or I don't.
We're gonna get too far in the weeds looking for every
little
detail.
But that's what it's about, though. That's what it's late for, you know.
And you know, again, we don't know if they plan on showing off any of their Supremes or not. What if they are going to show off maybe the Return of the Jedi one in the Supreme cab?
Maybe
that's what the stars represent.
Maybe. I think everybody cracked the code. It's Gorf. We're getting a Gorf.
I'd be okay with that.
Though. Yeah, that'd be cool though.
I'd be 100% okay with that.
How many people dropped this in Photoshop and started doing negatives and everything else like they did on
think about doing that?
No, did not try.
There could be some hidden in there. Get on it, chat.
You know, we're less than 24 hours away now. Apparently, we should know by noon. That's what I'm told. I have no idea. I haven't heard from Arcade1Up exactly how we'll hear, if they're still here in the chat. If you want to give us a heads up, we know it's going to be at Toy Fair, but are you guys going to post something? Is there going to be some kind of official statement where we can
they are going to post to, I would assume, the Facebook and Reddit pages they have, because they did say that they're going to post to their social medias.
Yeah.
So I would assume those 2 places for sure.
I think Mode is writing his autobiography while we're doing the show.
So, no. Sorry, I'm responding to a message. It's kind of important. Otherwise, I would ignore it legitimately.
All right. I believe me. I understand that, Mode. Yeah. So you guys need to follow us on all our socials. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. So we should see sometime tomorrow. Instagram, Facebook, Reddit. They may all get different content, different angles. Interesting. Ooh. All right. MG, I don't have a life anymore. I don't, you know that. I for some reason choose to associate with you. I don't have a life, MG. This is the one I'm really hoping for. Defender. I've said it a million times before. That Defender Partycade was the Catalina wine mixer, like the greatest thing that Arcade1Up produced that never came out in mass quantities. I would love to see a proper Defender cab, not a Mortal Kombat Defender. So I would love to see that. That's one I'm looking at. Maybe it's right. Like Defender definitely has stars. There's lots of games that are based in space. So Sinister will be an excellent selection as well. I'm just happy to be excited again about this brand and about home arcade recreations. Like, it's great that we're seeing some kind of hype, some kind of excitement, because honestly, if this was a year ago and Arcade1Up posted a picture like this, come see us at, we're going to make an announcement tomorrow, we'd be like, well, it's going to be NBA Jam, Buck Hunter, Pac-Man, Mortal Kombat, or Golden Tee. That's
in
it.
the ultra thin edition.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited. Look at that. G.I. Joel says Defender as well. Isn't Simpsons blue and yellow? Here's the thing about that, though. They're saying that nobody has correctly guessed so far, so Simpsons is out. Although I was thinking about your guess earlier, James, and I was saying, wouldn't it be great to see Simpsons re-release, but without that trackball and that terrible bowling game?
Yeah,
like,
the bowling
in my
game
opinion, that'd be great.
Pointless.
Yeah, ruin the cab, basically, is what it did.
Honestly, if they did like a full Konami mashup cab, so you got whatever the title game is, but then they threw on a bunch of other just random Konami beat 'em ups.
Yeah,
I think that would be a home run.
Yeah, I mean, as long as, obviously we all know here that licensing is always tricky with stuff like that. Would they allow anything to be on a cab with Simpsons? But if they would, I 100% agree. That would be fantastic.
Wait a minute. Hey, Arcade1Up, real quick. Since you're in the chat and I'm looking at this color scheme, and you guys mentioned Konami. Hey, quick question: Is it Bucky O'Hare? I'm not even trolling. I'm being serious right now.
Bucky O'Hare!
I'm being serious right now.
God, was such a good game.
Like, dude, listen, I don't know how much.
The only problem with that guess is nobody knows that game.
I know that game, sir.
I'd buy it in a
outside
heartbeat.
of crazy people like us. Nobody knows that game. Like, who's gonna buy that?
It's got toys that had a cartoon, like.
And Willie the Wit, dude. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? Like, no, Bucky O'Hare would be great. Put that on.
But I'm with you. I would love to see that game.
What if it's the unreleased Beavis and Butthead game?
And that's not for me.
Blue and yellow.
It's not for me, but I hear you. You really think we're going to tell you with 12 hours left to go? Nah.
So you're saying that you have a time? There's a time now. Now it's not noon. Now it's 12 hours ago. Yeah. Okay.
8 a.m.
Look, like you're letting the mask.
12 hours.
The mask.
All right. So let's look at this from a different perspective. Instead of trying to figure out what all these signs mean and stuff like that, I'm going to even take this down. Let's just go around the horn. What would you be most excited to see tomorrow? Let me know. And Moat, I know you might have some idea. Suspend your disbelief on what you would be most excited. What do you most want from Arcade1Up?
If I could have my wish list, if it could be driving, I would like Spy Hunter or Daytona. I would have said Cruise or whatever, but I got all that now, so I don't need that. If it were a shooter, it'd be Time Crisis 2, or maybe, I know you can't do Revolution X because of licensing, but that would be great. Or Area 51 and Maximum Force, that'd be dope. If it was a fighter, I'd want Tekken. If it's a beat 'em up, I would honestly say redo Final Fight in the XL size. Do Final Fight, like Captain Commando, like all that stuff, and then give the people what they want, man. I mean, I know I talk crap about Kubert, man, but just give him Kubert, bro. Like, just give up the ghost. That's what I would want. Yeah, just give up the ghost at this point. That way we can move on to something else, and people can talk about Robotron more. So
Robotron. All right, James, what about you? Blue Sky, what would you like absolutely flip out about seeing tomorrow?
So I would have said Spy Hunter probably is top up there, but I'm going to say Star Trek. The Star Trek arcade.
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Terrible choice, but interesting.
I like it. That's the Star Trek the show should have been. Flying around, blowing stuff up.
I didn't think you were going to say stuff afterwards.
He edited because Arcade1Up's here.
I
Yes.
stopped myself, right?
What about you, Bill?
I mean, at this point, new IP, I'm down for anything 80s related. I think Qbert would be great. I think Robotron would be great. I think any of those would be great. As far as, if they're going to come back and remake some cabs, I want to see Tron and Dragon's Lair come back because I missed those the first time around, and I would love to see those be remade in more of that Ultra / Deluxe or the Supreme XL size, either one.
Great list of games that they could go back and give some more love to. I think if I had to guess, I look at what they did last time, and I thought it was a very smart rollout because they came out with a brand new game that people have been asking for, dreaming of for a long time with WrestleFest. Then we got, a staple, Atari Centipede. And then, of course, they came back with one of those desired cabs with a Star Wars cab. So, I mean, if they're doing 4 or something like that tomorrow, the hope is that we at least get one new IP we haven't seen before, maybe some deep cut, remakes of cabs that Arcade1Up did before, and we know we're going to get a Pac-Man or something like that, and probably something else along those lines. So I just hope it's fun. I'm just looking forward to it. I'm excited, and I just hope that I'm not heartbroken tomorrow. Just want to see something cool.
Okay, then the question is, what would break your heart?
What would break my heart? I kind of went over it already. So NBA Jam, Buck Hunter, Golden Team.
Yeah, same old.
I'm trying to help you make clips. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been now. If they do one of those or 2 of those, I mean, that's fine. Like, you got to bring the money in. We understand that, but just do some cool shit too. That's all I want to see. Cool shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways,
shock the world, and it's Nintendo.
Oh my God, that would be crazy.
Okay, that would be sick. Yeah, that would actually be sick.
That would be nuts. I don't think anybody can do Nintendo. I'm just going to be honest with you. I just don't.
But it would stun the world if suddenly they announced a Nintendo cab was coming.
Although I will say this, for as big as Basic Fun is, like everybody knows them because of their, being in the toy industry so much. Of any company, they might have the one chance of actually at least getting sit down to talk with Nintendo about it.
Well, I mean, they have the capital and stuff to actually do it. So
yeah. So we'll see what comes tomorrow. I don't want to spend the whole night on it. I mean, obviously a tease. Obviously, we're very excited, and so much of next week is going to be picking apart what they released. Do we like it? Do we not like it? So that's enough about Arcade1Up. Let's move on to something a little bit different. But before we go, big super chat just came in from David Shee.
Wow.
Great call, James. Star Trek. I think I made a video about that in Mike's library, but I'm sure he can't find it, even though I won a contest for an AtGames contest. Oh, see, Arcade1Up. Thank you very much, David. But you can't do that. Now I'm not going to sleep now. What are you doing, man? Who's ready for something new? I think everybody is.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Dear God. Isn't Smash TV blue and yellow? It's primarily white, black, and red.
Right?
Yeah.
New is a great word, and I agree with that, Duke Doug. I think everybody wants to see something new. So if we can't sleep, neither can you. That's a
choice. No, that's a choice for you guys not to sleep.
That's funny.
All right, so moving on.
With all this
very
hype,
excited
it
for
better
tomorrow.
be something good. That's all I gotta say.
That's what I said, dude. Because if it's not, the only person who's gonna be putting you over, dude, is Corner Cade. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
That's true.
And nobody wants that.
Bush and Ryu Cat $5 super chat. I'm off on Sunday and heading to Javits Center. If anyone in chat is in New York City, meet up. I'll say I work with Super Game Roo dudes, or I'll beg to get in. Bush and Ryu Cat.
Well, that's not going to help you get in. I can
you.
tell you right now.
It works for some.
I've tried that. My restaurants were all booked up here in Newfoundland. I was trying to get a place for me and Lara to go to tomorrow night. And I even pulled out the Trump card, and they were like, sorry, there's nothing we can do. And I was like, really? Did I tell you I know P-dubs? All right. So moving on, I want to talk about something completely different. Who here watched the hour-long state of play from PlayStation yesterday?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's a serious question. Yeah.
So much stuff got revealed. A lot of people were gushing over it, saying it was the best state of play they ever saw. I will say Konami, in my opinion, brought like the absolute fun. That's the stuff I enjoyed most. But let's go around the table. Start with you, Bill, this time. From state of play yesterday, what was your favorite announcement?
Oh, it's tough to pick a favorite. I know we're going to talk a lot about the new Castlevania game. That looks amazing. I will say this: the only thing that concerns me about it is, well, I like the fact that the team that did Dead Cells did it, but it concerns me too because I really don't want it to be a roguelike. I'm kind of over those.
Yeah.
But it looks amazing. I was kind of I actually thought the James Bond game and the John Wick game looked like they could be really cool. Yeah. And of course Marvel Token. I can already tell you Magic is going to be my main. I love her.
Dude, she's so busted. She's so busted already. Sorry.
I don't, but I love the character. I don't give a crap. I love the character.
Yeah, no,
one of my
Magic's
favorite
great.
characters. Unless they sneak Phoenix in there, then Phoenix will be my main. But it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm psyched to check that game out when it comes out.
Yeah, that's two state of plays in a row that they left with a really super strong feeling. I know James beta tested it. Moat, did you beta test it as well?
Beta test Tokon?
Yeah.
Yeah. I played in both betas and embarrassed some people on the back alley live. Yeah. I just played a little bit.
So I know James is absolutely in love with it. What did you think of it?
Me, I loved it. I did.
Yeah.
From start to finish, I was like, oh, this is cool. Oh, this is cool. When I'm sitting here watching it, and the low point for me was seeing the Resident Evil 9 Requiem, like Leon Kennedy stuff. You had a really good show. Yeah. Like I'm happy that they shadow dropped the new the God of War side scroller. I thought that was cool. I popped hard for hearing TC Carson's Kratos. You know what I mean? Like Zeus. Yeah. I was like, yeah, dude. Sorry. Okay. I loved it. And then obviously Marvel Tokon was amazing. Like Bill said, the John Wick was awesome. The new Control actually looks good. I had reservations about that, and I could care less about Marathon because Bungie has done me so wrong with Destiny 2. But it's cool. Soros is nice, but I'm kind of getting tired of I'm over that procedurally generated stuff as well. But it was a really good showing. Like there was stuff for like everybody on the show, and it wasn't something I was like, oh, this is boring. Let me turn this off. No, it was start to finish. It was really freaking good. I was impressed.
Let me just
really quickly. Let me say something first.
Yeah.
Okay. So really big announcement from Arcade1Up at 10 a.m. Eastern. The announcement's going to go out. Everybody here, do me a personal favor. No one tell Cornercade that. This clown has a live stream set up for noon. And the news is already.
So we all have to get our videos made before noon and put them out.
Nobody tell Cornercade about the updated announcement.
God. I will just say one other thing about the thing. Who in the hell in their right mind greenlit the Destiny Warriors, but you play as a giant rooster game?
Dude, I saw that. I was like, bro, I was like, there is no way that they took the Family Guy meme, bro, and was like, you know what? We just let them punch a bunch of people in the face. That is gaming. That is the crap that we want, dude. Well, that's the crap I want. Yeah. Like seriously, if I can't go out there, pick up a controller and say and get asked, what are you doing? I'm like, yo, I'm beating the brakes off of people with a giant cock. Leave me alone. And it be in complete context. Oh no, bro, I'm here for that all day, every day. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're not supposed to. In context, it's a male chicken, so it fits.
All right, James, what was your favorite takeaway from the show?
Probably the Resident Evil 9 stuff, mainly because it looks like we're going back to Raccoon City for part of the story. So super excited for that. And I loved the stealth drop of the God of War kind of prequel. I think that's pretty cool. I'm hoping it turns out to be good. I have to pick it up this weekend and play it. It looks like it could be fun. Those are probably the two standouts. I think this new Silent Hill looks really interesting.
So good.
That
So
could be
good.
really good, you know.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. So a lot of good stuff in that one. There was from the
Like
E
Foghorn Leghorn, or
Dude, that Darwin game, dude, that they show with like the Metal Gear Solid demo.
Oh,
yeah, the
yeah.
Octopus
Oh,
Metal
yeah.
Gear
That-
Solid.
I'm
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, I mean, it's Guns of the Patriots. I mean,
it's not enough hours to play any of these.
Yeah.
So I will say about Resident Evil, it looks incredible. I'm a big Leon Kennedy mark. Obviously, Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 are my favorite games in the franchise. Like, just love Leon, love that whole story, love to see him back. The only thing I'm concerned about is there's always that push towards moving it away from like true survival horror to where it got too actiony with Resident Evil 5 and especially Resident Evil 6. So I'm looking at some of the things. And as much as I love Resident Evil 4, some of that action element that ended up really ruining the series came from Resident Evil 4. Even though it was really good, it still led to crap. So I'm still hoping Resident Evil Requiem is incredible. There's lots to like from it. So fingers crossed it's going to be super cool. And I want to...
I think you're actually going to be happy with that because the other character you play, the female character, I forget her name. It's totally it's totally that though. But it is totally that survival. Like, I don't even know if she even gets anywhere. At New York Comic Con, they did like a demo run through of part of it with her, and it was all just moving back and forth between these areas of a house, getting away from this giant creature. She had no weapons. She had nothing. She just had to like stealth get away from it. So if that's the kind of thing that you like, playing as that character might give it for you.
Well, they did show her kill some
Definitely
people in the trailer. I mean,
Yeah. Maybe later on she might get some weapons or something. But yeah, at least for part of the game, there's a
they
lot
brought
of that
us back
stealth.
to the roots with 7 and 8, right? Like they really immersed you in that, back in the horror. So I think you'll get a little tease of both, like a nice little balance of, straight action and, you don't want to play this in VR kind of experience. So I'm looking forward to it.
So the other thing I really liked is I didn't know about Townfall very much, Silent Hill Townfall. I hadn't seen anything on it. I knew that was the next Silent Hill game, but I thought that looked great. I did pick up the last Silent Hill game, the one in feudal Japan. I think not feudal Japan, whatever, Japan like 200 years ago or whatever it is. And it completely changes the dynamic of what Silent Hill is. You don't have guns, all that stuff. You use different melee weapons. It's a lot of dodging. So I'm glad we're going back to something more traditional with Townfall. So I'm really excited about that. And that looks beautiful. Of course, we got all the Metal Gear Solid news. They're doing the remastered collection with Guns of the Patriots, which I actually love that game. So I'm excited to see that finally get out of the jail that is PlayStation 3 and be available again. There wasn't a lot to be disappointed about. I love Castlevania. I love the fact, like, I was watching it and I was like, oh my God, this looks so much like an Iga Castlevania game. Like, obviously, one of those Symphony of the Night, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, Nintendo DS type games. And I didn't think anything dirty about it until afterwards, where they were like, made by the team from Dead Cells. And I was like, it's going to be a goddamn rogue game. I know it. And I hate rogue games so much. I have tried my best to like them. I really hope it's not that. I know they have experience where they did the Castlevania Dead Cells DLC, but like, if this is anything other than, an action platformer or like I'm going to use the word everybody hates, Castlevania friends of mine told me it's called Search Action. You're not allowed to call it Metroidvania, but I'm going to call it Metroidvania.
It's Metroidvania.
Yeah,
it's Metroidvania.
So I'm hoping that's what it is, because it looks great. It's bringing Trevor Belmont back. Belmont's Curse. It's even got the naming right. So very super excited to see Castlevania in the year of 2026. So great state of play. I did expect to see something about a handheld and not the Portal, or an update on the portal, I expected to see something handheld related, because that seems to be where the action is right now. So many people, like Xbox just cashed in on the ROG Ally Xbox, and that's great. There's something to be said about being able to take your experience portable that's not like tied to, having to stream from your console. So
Mike,
I'm
Mike,
surprised they didn't do that.
Do you know what you just described? The PlayStation Portal.
No.
No, I know. I'm kidding. No, but they want to push. They want to push that though, so that that way they can push people to get PlayStation Premium subscriptions so that they can stream their games. So literally, that's what it is. I mean, my Portal's it's cool. It's still not a bad device. If anything, they would announce a refresh before they announce a new handheld, because that's a whole other thing, a whole new thing of development and whatever else. And then what do? Do you treat it like a Steam Deck or a ROG Ally? You're entering that kind of territory. Then Sony would have to do what they don't want to do and open their platform up to other platforms, Steam, GOG, Epic. Like, they don't want to do that. They want to keep all that money in house. So
true.
PlayStation Portals for the world.
Plus, they just announced new hardware at the last one, if you remember. I mean, we still don't have those awesome speakers yet.
And Mike, you're sitting there talking about you want handheld games. They just announced Tekken Dark Resurrection that you can play, and that's a PSP game. They're giving you handheld titles to play. Even Time Crisis with a controller, you can do all. Yeah.
No. I did not say I wanted handheld titles. I wanted an option, because when I take care of my son in the day. Option. Yes, when I take care of my son in the daytime, I'm away from my big 77-inch OLED TV and my consoles, and I'm watching my son doing a little bit of work, and I want to pull out the handheld every now and then and get a little bit of game in it, right?
Yeah, but that's why they made the Portal, so that you can, the little ones.
And if your internet doesn't suck, the Portal is great.
That's fair.
You get that Canadian internet.
Canadian internet.
I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I saw that you went down to like 24 frames a second. You went movie. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. So that's enough about PlayStation. Let's move on. Let's talk about AtGames.
Can you change the intro so it actually says AtGames across the top?
I did another one a couple years ago where it was a tumbleweed going across the desert, and it was just AtGames, because AtGames wasn't doing anything for a long time. But AtGames this weekend is National Owners Day. At one point, it was such a big to-do in the home arcade community, and now it feels like just such an afterthought. I remember, I don't think it was last year, but maybe the year before, when Nostalgia was still attached to them in some way and really close with some of the people working there. And we talked about it, and we were like, man, it's so lame. Like, the sales are lame. This is lame. And like, the employees, it was like one of these WWE like mantras. They came out and they were like, the community's so entitled. Like, we did all this great stuff and they just said it wasn't good. And I was like, the fuck? What do you mean? We're saying it's not good because it's not good. Yeah. So AtGames National Owners Day, there's a couple sales on that you can take advantage of, but I mean, it's not what it was. You know what I mean? It just, I think we can all agree that National Owners Day is a shadow of what it once was. If you're not really heavy into the whole tournament side of things, if you're in for tournaments, they're still doing that stuff and that's fun. But if you're there for sales and stuff like that, there just isn't enough like jam to make anything exciting there. And I'm not saying that's their fault. It's just, I don't know. It's at that time where we've reached that time. There's nothing new they can do hardware wise. There's just not a ton of stuff to be excited about unless you need a bunch of their older games that you don't already have. So let me just bring up the window here now, and we'll go over some of these deals. You can tell me if you see anything exciting there. So there's a couple hardware deals on the 4KP. So the Addams Family, Attack from Mars, which I absolutely love. It kills me they never made another pinball recreation. I think that would have been such a good idea. Jurassic Park is also $100 off. So
and I wish they'd get the Attack from Mars with the SSF kit built in. That's been sold out forever.
So we also have the Legends Pinball Micro HD for $289.99. This has been on sale on Amazon for months at this point. So they have the toppers listed because if you buy a 4KP, you also get like a coupon towards either the arcade control panel or you get the topper. So you can get the arcade control panel. I forget what it is. It was really cheap, and you can get the toppers for like $30 with your purchase.
If I remember correctly, the toppers were 30 and the control panel was 70. And I don't think it's either or. I think you could actually do both.
Oh wow, yeah.
I think you could actually do
Yeah,
both.
they
So
give
for
you
like
a
$100
stack of
for $100
coupons.
extra, you get you can get the two of them, which is actually a really good deal if you wanted to, if you didn't own one of the 4K pinball machines and you were going to pick it up.
I will say there is issues with
part.
the arcade control panel and the 4KP. I had two die on me. It's a known issue. I don't know if they ever fixed it, but that is something to look at. Like, it's great you can get it cheap, but hopefully you can also replace it cheap.
I will grant you that. Yeah.
Then they've got like pretty much 50% off on all their hardware. So ArcadeNet standard is $10. Dr. Seuss pack is 15. Gottlieb pack 15. And you go through a list of games here. It's a great time to pick up a bunch of these, first party AtGames originals and Zachariah and Gottlieb tables. But again, No Zen Studios on sale. And we were kind of hoping that, we're not through it yet because we're only, I think like today is the second day. Hopefully at some point we'll get some kind of announcement. They kind of teased that there would be hardware announcements, maybe some software. We're not seeing those yet. There's still time, but right now the only thing we've really seen is the sale announcements. But I haven't checked the Facebook page. Somebody in the chat can kind of correct me if I'm wrong about that. The one I was a little bit disappointed by, I was hoping EM Plus was on sale because it's the only game I don't have. Unfortunately, not on sale, but a lot of the new deluxe tables, some really good. Like, I love Soccer Kings Deluxe. I thought Shooting the Rapids Deluxe was okay. Oh, Soccer Kings is so good. All on sale, all up till, I think, Moonflight is the last one. Maybe I'm wrong. So you can get these games for, they're listed as $3 for the HD, and it's going to be $4 for the 4K, right, Bill?
I don't know. Because I don't have a 4K and you have to buy them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and you have to buy them on the machine. So I haven't been able. I have no clue what anything is priced on the 4KP or the HDP for that matter, because they're on the machine. So I never see those.
Yeah. Day 2 of Valentine's Day cooking is going to absolutely suck. 10-hour shift, Valentine's Day. I'm going to die. Chaotic, don't worry, my man. Hopefully you get tipped through the roof. So good luck. So yeah, anybody's thoughts on AtGames National Owners Day? Is this an exciting event to you? Is there anything you're looking forward to? Any deals that stick out? Anything that you would tell people they should probably look at? Moat, we'll start with you first, buddy.
I'm going to use Bill's reason and say you have to turn on your machine to see what's available. That's all I got. I don't know, like, it's just a lot of the stuff. It's stuff that we've like seen before, discounts on pinball tables and whatever. It's like there's nothing that's like, okay, this is awesome, I need to go grab this. Like there should be more of that feeling, and it's not, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to say there is not. I mean, but $3 tables is really cool if you have an HT. That's cool, right? Yeah. Other than that, I'm going to defer to James because I'm
James,
all I'll say is I think you're right. Like, the statement you made about the lack of hardware, like, in reality, they haven't released any new hardware in like 2 years. Like, I get that they released an HD PP, but that is the that's just a 4KP.
I also have an HD PP. It stands for something else.
It really wasn't anything new. It was a lesser than kind of a product, and so they've seemingly just become we're just a VPen company now. Like, they really haven't done anything with the arcade. They kind of flirted with it last year with a brief little release, but they've done no improvements since they did the LCD marquee and stuff. Like, they really have kind of just ignored arcade completely and gone all VPN. And even then, it's been just kind of the same stuff for 2 years, like since the tail end of 2024. So
yeah, and
to get excited, they got to have exciting hardware, and there's just nothing right now.
Yeah, that's and I think what James literally said is exactly how I feel. I'm like, bro, we were talking about getting 4K machines, and now we're getting nothing. I mean,
Yeah,
listen, for
I
everybody,
know.
pinball enthusiasts, you guys are eating good, but gosh darn it, give me something to press buttons on.
So they did mention a hardware announcement, and I'll make it big so P-Dubs doesn't get mad at me. The only hardware announcement we really saw was the announcement that the same HDPP would be not locked at Sam's. You can now directly order from AtGames. Did they think this was a big announcement? Did they think this is something people will be excited about?
I don't know, because like if you can find them at Sam's right now, they're like on clearance. So I would go get those. Like, don't wait for them to show up at AtGames. Go get them now if you're interested.
I just I don't know. I'm trying to be positive and open minded here, but it just seems like, man, outside of I will give them credit, even though it's AI. I thought it was pretty neat that they did this weekly roundtable and they talked about the people that had the scores and stuff like that. I actually thought that was pretty neat. I know people complain about AI, but it was nice to see community people's name pop up on an official AtGames show. So I thought that was really well done. And, I think that's a good inclusion. And, AtGames finally has a YouTube person they can count on, someone that's going to say exactly what they want all the time.
I thought they had that already.
I'm not going to comment on that. So, it's just, I maybe I'm stupid. I got my hopes up when they were talking about new schedules coming out, new software. Like, I expected them to clarify what's going on with Zen. Is Zen coming to the HDPP or whatever it's called? Is new games coming out? And it's still early. It's still only 2 days, but you guys can let me know in the chat if you're an AtGames fan, AtGames supporter, you own AtGames products. What do you think so far? Like, does this, nod that we've seen so far give you confidence in the product that you've purchased and stuff you're going forward with? Or do you look at it and be like, whew, geez, I hope good stuff is coming?
While we wait on the chat to answer it, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. There's supposed to be an elevator section where you guys are just gonna say, I haven't touched my 4KP in months. But, it's okay.
Well, there it is, Mystery Encoder. Mystery Encoder was ready.
Yeah.
That's where mine is. Mine hasn't been turned on since they had those issues with the update and were bricking some people, and I turned mine off so mine wouldn't do it, and I've never turned it on since.
I turned it on to buy
months and months back.
I turned it on to buy Turtles, and I played it, and I was like, okay, cool, you got me at games, you got my money, congratulations. and that was it, dude. Yeah,
I like that Turtles game.
It's not bad.
People complained about the song and stuff like that. I like the song too. That Pizza Power. No, Pizza Power is Turtles in Time. How does it go again? I can't remember now. I haven't played that game in forever. Every time I turn on my ALP 4K, I'm mostly playing the Zen games, mostly Elvira, for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
For the gameplay, yeah, absolutely.
It's just, what the advice we gave 2 years ago, and then Nostalgia, who was still AtGames adjacent at the time, said we're entitled, was I want AtGames to remember the fun, being engaged with the community, actually engaged with the community and actually doing stuff. How they ran contests, that they were giving away ALPs when they first came out, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. That brought the excitement. What they're doing now, it's great. It's a sale, but it's a shadow of the community involvement they once had. So that's what I'll say. I'm not trying to shit on AtGames. I'm just trying to say you guys could do something a little bit different and engage a little bit better to create a little bit more excitement.
Yeah. And I think I think they think they're doing that with Flipper Friends, and the Flipper Friends, it can be fun, but I agree. Do the Flipper Friends, keep it going, have that be a normal thing, but every once in a while, especially like for National Owners Day, do something special. So I agree with that.
I'm curious how many people actually enter Flipper Friends, because I do think it's great that they do it. I mean, they're the only one of these like larger forefront home arcade groups that actually does a community tournament. Like that's something I always thought was weird that Arcade1Up never tried to take advantage of. I know they did with, you did some stuff with Street Fighter and stuff, but they never like went to conventions and had live tournaments and things like that. There were always things I thought missed the boat by not doing that stuff.
Yeah, but that was that whole Arcade1Up World Championship. That was community driven. Like that was literally an idea Travis brought it to me. I typed up a 7-page thing. He submitted it. We got it going. You know what I mean? I always thought that when they announced the app, that they were going to do competitions with that. I thought that was the reason to register for the leaderboards and whatever else. And they had the opportunity to do that, and they just didn't. Now the app's just dormant and costs X amount of money for no reason, just to sit around.
Yep.
Yeah. But
I think it's just a brilliant move, because you can go straight into get the online community going, and then you could move to like a final championship that's in person at some major arcade or retro gaming convention, and people would travel for it.
They need HDMI out for that. If they're ever going to do sensible like e-gaming from any of these devices, you need HDMI out. Moat, you would agree with that, I would think.
Hopefully everything should have HDMI out.
Yeah,
iArcade had HDMI out. I feel like all these devices should have HDMI out. Even if you can get in the back end and watch it going on, and you can provide it and stream it to a service or whatever else. At the end of the day, if HDMI out existed, there would probably be a lot more people who want to make stuff or want to do stuff. They would do stuff, I know that people run pinball tournaments every week, and there was a moment where there was like people doing score chases on Pac-Man cabinets or whatever else. Dude, that was community building, and I think people lose sight of that. Like, it's building community. If you don't build, bro, you can't make money. And I understand they like money, so that's why they're doing pinball. And I think that's part of the reason why they stray away from the whole arcade, because they were doing that, but nobody was showing up to those events when they were going on. AtGames, I mean.
Oh yeah, well, I remember poor Jason Tierney in Squash every week being like, "Hey, does anybody want to play anything on Arcade.net?" And everybody was like, "The only game worth playing is Squash." I'll play in Squash, I guess. Yeah, it's one of those things. I don't mean to shit on them. Like, they make amazing products. Like, I love my AtGames Legends Pinball 4KP. I think it's great product. I love the AtGames Legends Ultimate. I think it's a really, really solid product. It's just on the software side and on their online infrastructure side, they always talk a big game and have great ideas, but never get the software and a lot of the elements of that to really support what they're trying to put out there. Like, you can't offer a subscription service when your best online game is Squash.
Sadly, and that's literally the reason why I was looking for the 4K version of the Ultimate, because I was like, oh well, they're gonna try to do this. You're gonna be able to do this. I'm like, that's cool. And then all of a sudden it just gets abandoned, and I'm just like, well, even if you didn't want to sell the boards, you could have still sold the machine. That's just realistically speaking, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. I don't blame you. It could have been a cool idea. All right, so anyways, that's enough shitting on AtGames. Like, hopefully, the first.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be providing constructive criticism, but it's not always seen that way by companies, because they're just like, and I iterate that statement that was made to me by several AtGames employees and Nostalgia, who was AtGames adjacent at the time, and I'm still fucking bitter about it. You guys are spoiled, and you're entitled to think that AtGames has to do anything for you. They don't have to do anything. And I was like, the fuck?
but he's right. But that's going to also reflect on your bottom line and how your product's doing.
That's right.
I think you're seeing that, hey, maybe that wasn't the right statement to make at the time, because it doesn't matter if you have turtles or not, dude. If freaking Sam's Club sends them back to your company, yeah, it don't matter. Anyway,
moving on. Let's talk about some real pinball. Huge announcement today from Stern. We already knew it was coming, but we got the official reveal today from Stern. Pokemon is, in fact, their next game. We got their preview, and man, this looks like a fun game. I spent most of my day watching our good friend Cool Toy and his great reviews that he did, gameplay for the Pro Premium. I don't know if he played the limited edition, but also his overall review. The good thing that I took away from it, and what Justin and B were talking about last time they were on here, is Stern have kind of learned the lesson of what they were doing in the last little while for the releases. Their Pro models now, that $7,000 model, really does still give the bang for the buck, because with the Pro, you're still getting the what's his name? Pikachu, and then the cat's name.
Meowth.
You're still getting that Meowth toy. Pretty much everything's there. Very small features there. You're not playing a different game when you buy the Pro compared to the Premium. So I love that. I love the light show. I'm not a Pokemon guy, but I gotta say this looked pretty good. What were your impressions, James?
Well, I actually really like the Pokemon IP. I'm not a huge collector, so I've been excited for this. Honestly, this is the first Stern I was considering really buying. Like I will actually probably still pick one up.
Yeah.
But my first impression is the LE was a huge miss.
Because, really?
Yeah, I'll tell you why. It's all art related. As you pointed out, it's very much the cartoon style of art. And, you know, I see Moat's got a Blastoise, Charizard poster behind him. You know, Bill's got Pikachu back there. Everybody who knows Pokemon knows there's the holy grail, the holiest of holies when it comes to Pokemon. And that's that base set Charizard holofoil, right? That's the card that everybody talks about. And here you had an opportunity, because we know what Stern can do on the side art. They did holofoil on Dungeons and Dragons. They did holofoil on Metallica.
Ooh.
You could have had a very stylized art similar to the card, not exact to the card, right? Because that's somebody else's art. Holofoiled that, did it as a Charizard edition, and people would have went ape nuts over it. Now they still will, but I think that would have been like hugely collectible, and I think people would have went nuts. So I think going to this like 90s style cartoon art was kind of like, it's too much towards the kids, as opposed, like, the people that were watching it at that time are all 20s and 30s now. They want the more like card style art, but at the same time, still awesome, still cool. I like it.
I'm gonna let you finish, Bill. But if you watch the coverage, they were limited license wise. They couldn't do anything with the art. They had to use the specific art they were provided. So
in a lot of ways, it was basically cut and paste artwork. In a lot of ways,
but sounds like Nintendo and Game Freak. So I mean. But it makes complete sense though to what you just said, James. Like, people like the cards, but it's the people that grew up watching Pokemon the series. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to be the ones with the disposable income that are going to pick this up. You know, I mean, I played TCG when it first came out, and it's cool and whatever else, right? But if I get a choice, I want the Pro. I want the artwork that's on the Pro right there. I want that nostalgia. Them trying to push the EV agenda with the LE, they can stop that crap. And I didn't make a video about it. Y'all should be happy, because Pokemon, I didn't want to deal with no mad Pokemon fans. But you know, like, but literally, like, you know, you're only allowed to work in that vein that Game Freak and Nintendo's going to let you fly in. The fact that they even did a classic Pokemon is impressive, because they could have been trying to push Gen 9 down our throats. So I guess take the W's as they come. But I think it's cool. I do. I genuinely think it's cool. Is it something I would run out and buy brand new? Yeah. But it's cool, and I like it. I do like it. Too much Pikachu though. It's too much Pikachu. It's 2026.
Pika, look at his head move. It's amazing.
I do think it's interesting.
I love Pikachu.
They gave them their own region and own Pokedex.
Yeah.
So they're going to have a mix from a bunch of different ones. I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I like it. Like I said, I like the Pro as well. I think that's a really, or not Pro, that's Pro's the small one, right? Yeah.
Well, it's not
Yeah.
small. They're all the
Well,
same
I mean,
size.
It's the lower
small
price
is in
one.
price tag.
Small,
Yeah.
well, it's still $7,000. If you think $7,000
Compared to the
is
other
small,
one, right?
Yeah.
I do like that one from the design. But I would have liked to see that big expensive one that they're only making 750 of be the fancy like Charizard thing. But yeah, I think it's awesome, and I'm excited to see it. I want to see more of like. I didn't catch it in Cool Toys and stuff, but I want to see more. Like, I assume you're battling some of the Pokemon you're carrying, and
oh,
I want to see
you
the.
catch them.
Yes.
So what happens is you'll do something on the table which will identify a Pokemon, and then
Right,
you
and
have
throw
to
the
then you
ball
have
at 'em
to
and stuff.
then you have to activate the ball to add them to your Pokedex or
Right.
whatever the hell it is. So that's what I saw, and
Yeah, but that's technically half the game, right? So you got to go out and catch them, and you got to train them, and then you got to fight them. So I'd imagine there's more to this game that will be coming.
Yes, there
Yeah.
is. According to what Cool Toy said in his video, there is, and if you read the descriptions on Stern's thing, there's a whole battle system in there up to like, you becoming a grand, you battle all the way through to become a grandmaster in it. So yeah, there's a whole catch them and then fight 'em thing.
So you can become a Pokemon champion is what I heard.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Chat, I'm going to appeal to your wallets now.
Mike, this is not a crowd that has like $7,000. It's a crowd that gets mad when Arcade1Ups are $1,000.
Yeah. Well, let me just message Nostalgia and convince him to buy it. Then I'll buy it when he's tired of it.
And the way Stern does the weekly or missions and stuff, like tying into this, I'm sure they're going to do exclusive Pokemon you can only catch during this week or this mission.
Well,
see, that would be cool.
The cool thing about this is with Insider Connected, you don't need to necessarily own a game to continue what you're doing. So like they've been tying in more and more RPG elements with Insider Connected ever since Venom. So one of the things with this is you can save your progress. So if you pick up, like you go to a bar, you play on the Pro and you pick up like 7 Pokemon, that's going to be saved for the next time you go and play this game at a different bar. You don't necessarily need to own it. You can still play it on location and still get the same experience. So that's a positive.
Oh, sweet. Well, then you guys then Stern, you're screwed. I'm sorry.
It's definitely cheaper to go to the local place and pay $1 a play or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But keep in mind,
the Dungeons and Dragons one. That's one of my favorite ones.
I hate that game, Bill, so much.
Really? Oh, I think it's
terrible.
Great.
I like it as well.
Terrible. Anyways, the one thing I was disappointed by, if you take a look at the limited, they did what I said. It's a yellow Pikachu limited. If you look at the premium, it's red, which I assume they do. No fucking blue. What happened? There's 3 original games, red, blue, and yellow. You have one job Pokemon.
Because you can't disrespect Blastoise like that and make him the basic chick when it should have been Pikachu on the other end. Yeah, no, that's the right call. That's the right call.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if you're doing starters, right, it would be blue, green, and orange, or red.
No, you go back to the original. So a couple things I see everybody saying, "Oh, this is Pokemon from season 1." And that's a bit of a misconception. So I listened to Jack Danger, the whole thing. And really the Pokemon seasons from the cartoon, the anime they're focused on are season 8 to season 22. So that's where all the assets, everything like that comes from, all the artwork. So for the people saying, oh, it's season 1 Pokemon. No, it's season 8 to 22 Pokemon.
Yeah. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that in the later seasons that they moved to HD and whatever, so you got more widescreen assets which would fit with the DMD on it. And there's like 180 something different Pokemon to start to catch in this, and they're going to add more as time goes on.
What I will say, I go back to my original statement, I think Stern are going to make $1 billion on this, not because of home arcade people and normal pinball collectors, but I think this is going to be one of those times where like all these crazy Pokemon card collectors and stuff, the people that got to have everything Pokemon, like the Logan Pauls and people like that, that people that never bought a pinball machine before in their entire lives that were huge Pokemon people jumped online today to try to secure an LE. You know it.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. That's going to be a piece of history. So, I mean, yeah, you got to secure that.
Stock Jock, I did see that.
Wow.
I almost jumped in on the, and that's not unheard of. So for anybody saying, "Wow, Project Pinball sold out of 3 raffles already," they did the same thing with Evil Dead. They ran 3 raffles for Evil Dead, and all of them were cleared out right away. So there you go. But yeah, I almost bought a ticket today, and then I was like, $130 US with exchange. That's $160. Yeah, I can't really justify telling my wife no money for dinner tomorrow. I bought a ticket on a Pokemon pinball, hon.
Yeah, and I'm going to argue with you, Mike. The original starters were Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander, and then Pikachu was the extra.
The first 3 Pokemon games were Pokemon Red, Blue, and then Pikachu Yellow. That's what I'm focused on.
Maybe the color of
he's talking about the games.
Technically, the first
I'm talking about the
was
starting
red
Pokemon.
and green, technically, and then us in the Western Hemisphere, we got blue and red. But
yeah,
oh, that's
yeah,
true.
I'm a Pokemon. Yeah, I'm kind of a Pokemon nerd. Anyway, yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, that's enough about Pokemon. I don't think a lot of us here had $8,000 to spend on that. Anyways,
no, but I would 100% play that if I saw that in a barcade or arcade somewhere. Without a doubt, I'd be.
Got to try them all, Bill. You got to try them all.
That's right.
Did anybody pick up on Pinball M or Pinball FX VR this week? Bethesda Pinball.
Not yet.
Oh, Bill, you're lame. I know James has tried it. Moat, have you?
I gotta grab. I gotta grab that one. I just haven't yet.
I have
not picked it up. So we got Bethesda Pinball. It's an oldie but a goodie. I think it originally came out all the way back on Pinball FX2. It was ported to Pinball FX3. We're finally getting it for the modern day iteration of Zen Studios Pinball through Pinball M and now on Pinball FX VR. It's been a while since I played these games. I had a lot of fun with these the past couple of days. A lot of fun both in VR and on Pinball M. James, what did you think of them?
So I've been pretty vocal over the years about my dislike of these original games. Skyrim is fantastic. I love it. And I don't even really care too much about the Skyrim actual game, which everybody in the world loves. I've never been able to get into it. I've tried 3 or 4 times. But man, the pinball game is awesome. I love how that works, and you continue your progress and build your character up. And I just think they do such an amazing job with it. It feels, to Bill's point earlier about the Stern D&D, it feels a lot like the Stern Dungeons and Dragons. So I really enjoyed it. Doom was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think Fallout is terrible. I can't figure out what the heck I'm doing in it. It's so slow. I don't really care for it at all, which that's the one I thought would be the best one, but it was just blah to me.
I do have a question about Skyrim though. Can your character take an arrow to the knee?
I haven't seen it. Not yet. Not yet. Haven't seen it, but lots of fun things can happen. Like there is the level building. You choose your character class when you go in, and at certain points you level up. You can increase your health, other things like that. You can buy health potions. Lots of really cool stuff with it. Of course, Fallout is very similar and different at the same time because the way you go into things, you don't do the breath, you go into the vaults. Then there's other missions that you do. Like both are excellent games. Doom is probably my least favorite of the pack, but at the same time, it's got excellent music. It's got lots of battles against it plays too much into RPG elements as well, actually, with the health and the battles. But all of these are pretty good. I prefer real pinball recreations. The Williams stuff is what brings me to the dance. But every now and then, if it's games that you're emotionally attached to, that they come out with pinball stuff or some kind of franchise, I will openly tell you, mostly I'll go in for Williams, but I'm gonna pop in Jaws all the time. I'm gonna pop in Back to the Future, and I'm gonna be playing these and the Alien pinballs too. I don't know if you remember those, but they were big favorites of mine from Pinball FX3 as well.
This is a serious question though. Is there a difference between the tables in Pinball FX and M? Is there any difference between them?
I haven't played the Pinball FX ones. I can't tell you. From what I understand, one was more graphic than the other. That's why they released them in M. I don't know what it means.
Okay.
Probably a couple dirty words somewhere or something.
Yeah,
or
I just thought it was
more
interesting
blood
that they
and
released
doom or
them
something.
for both. So I had to assume that the M had more to it. Like I said, maybe more graphic violence or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Billy Woods Mod says one is more graphic than the
Yeah, okay.
others. I
Thanks,
didn't
Billy.
really, maybe I wasn't looking close enough, but like playing on Pinball FX VR to playing on Pinball M, I didn't really notice it. So, anything else you want to say about that, James?
Nope, it's awesome. I liked it. Like I said,
Did
I'm
you
not a
use
Skyrim fan, and I really enjoyed
in
it. So
VR.
that's one I would recommend.
Did you use your X Arcade to play it?
I did. I finally got it working after
I was about to say
like
that.
a moron and hit the remote button and
what
turned
was-
it off and couldn't
What
figure
was
it out.
wrong? What was wrong? So it wasn't an update from Zen Studios? No.
No, it just while I was probably trying to hook it up to play Zen Studios, simultaneously my finger hit the new mode button. So that's probably one thing I don't like about the new dongle. The old one didn't have that problem. Now it didn't have a button, right? It had a weird switch, and so this now is very easy to accidentally hit.
I will tell you very openly, when I first started recording footage from my Pinball FX VR X Arcade video, when I first started to hook it up, I couldn't get it to work, and I thought I had done something wrong. I was freaking out. My USB was still connected to my PC, so that's why it wouldn't register.
Yeah.
And I was losing my mind until I finally figured that out. So I've been there, James. I understand.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that's all our topics. We're 5 minutes over P-Dub's required hour and 18 minutes. Before we go, do you guys have anything coming up you want to tell people about? Like, say, for example, like 3 days ago, if you scheduled a stream for noon tomorrow to talk about the Arcade1Up stuff, if you want to tell people about that. Moat, tell people about yourself, if you got anything coming up and what they can expect to see from you in the near future.
Let's see. What am I doing right now? So I did officially schedule it. March 1st will be the charity stream for Extra Life. That's on the channel right now.
Nice.
And then it's
Awesome.
scheduled. You can go click in the live chat and go click the link to donate, and all the incentives and everything else, and the raffle stuff is there. There's that. Listen, I'm trying to make videos, at least a couple. All right, let me be more specific. I'm trying to make home arcade related videos on that channel. But if you're bored and you're kind of in the little plastic or resin kind of things like that involve that kind of stuff, I do have a secret channel that nobody really knows about. And then it's starting to get warm out, but we're working on things. Okay, I'm trying to get back in the groove, bro. I've been focused on IRL stuff so much, but apparently people want to hear me yap. So I shall give you the yap that you desire. And thank you for letting me be D-Love tonight, who is on a beautiful date with his wife right now, who I will not tell what his activities were when she went to the bathroom. But yeah.
Well, someone left a comment earlier. Yo, D-Love, why are you here in the chat instead of, and not on the show? And I didn't get a chance to jump in and say it, but I was like, that, my friends, is what's called the refractory period. Look at this genius. P-Dub's Arcade Loft took $2 out of his pocket and managed to turn it into $1.65 because he gets that money back from his own super chat minus YouTube's fees. Nostalgia and P-Dubs return next week. Don't miss it. I'll believe it when I see it. And a good comment. Moat's charity stream is great. I donate every year, and it's a blast. Don't miss it. I agree with that. So thank you very much.
He does.
All right, James, what do you got going on?
Well, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, so I highly doubt I'll be doing any live streams at 9 a.m. of Arcade1Up or any stuff during the day, but I do hope that sometime Sunday I'll be able to do some coverage of Toy Fair, which would include some of that because I'm excited to see what comes out, like those G.I. Joe turtles that were announced today. Very interested in seeing these.
Did you see the vintage collection that Hasbro dropped today? They're just like, yeah, you know what, here, have this. Have Mandy with
What
stuff.
vintage collection? What are you talking about?
Toy stuff.
What vintage collection? Be more specific. What brand?
Star Wars toy stuff, like the
Oh.
Mandalorian, girl, like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw the Mandalorian and Grogu thing. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna do some of that. I don't know. We'll see. But for my members, I did tease. I have a new product line coming out. So I'm working with a designer. These are for action figures. I'm pretty excited about it because it's solving a problem I've had for a very long time, and I think it's pretty unique.
Oh, you got him with Blue Chew finally.
I don't know what that is, but I'm fired up about it because it's going to be super interesting. But so,
hey, congratulations, James. That's awesome.
I'll have to Google that later, I guess.
What, Blue Chew?
Wait. You have to Google Blue Chew?
I don't know.
I not know what Blue Chew is.
Wow.
Wait.
Yeah.
You
Google
don't
it.
know
Go
what
ahead.
Blue Chew is. That's a blessing. Congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations for not knowing what Blue Chew is. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude's got 5 wives. There's no way he needs Blue Chew.
No.
Right.
All right. What about you, Bill? I heard rumors you're thinking about starting a weekly show.
Yeah, the premiere is this Wednesday. Yeah, so obviously, I'll have my show Wednesday. I'm desperately trying to get a guest on. I'm not going to say who. I'm hoping that he'll be available for it. Just stay tuned. I think if it works out, it'll be great. Beyond that, yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna cover some of this news from Toy Fair this weekend, and beyond that, we'll see what else pops up that strikes my fancy.
Is your guest somebody from AtGames? Because that'd be amazing if you have somebody on from AtGames and you're like, "Hey, Nod was kind of crappy." How do you explain that? You're all entitled.
No,
It'll be the AI guest.
It is somebody who I know is at Toy Fair this weekend, physically at Toy Fair.
Oh,
nice.
Physically at Toy Fair.
I'll say that. I'm hoping it's going to work out. He's already said, maybe I may be like completely out of it, have to decompress for a while after 4 or 5 days there. So we'll see.
I know some people that are going. I think from the community, Bush and Ryu Cat mentioned he was going. I think officially unofficial mentioned he might be going as well. So yeah. I would love to go, but I'm not allowed to leave Canada.
Officially unofficial is going to Toy Fair?
Yeah.
How's he getting in?
It's a 45-minute train ride for me. I'd love to go. But again,
why don't you just go?
Because you can't
You
get
can't
in.
just get in.
You have to be in the industry, or you have to be invited by one of the attendees to go specifically.
Yeah, because you're going to work but you can get in as media, but like for YouTubers, like Mike could go, you've got to have 25,000 subscribers to get in.
But have you thought about?
I don't even.
Have you thought about just showing up at the door and being like, "Hey guys, I know P-dubs."
P-dubs.
That would work.
Yeah,
I don't know. I might be escorted out. I might not be allowed back in the Javits Center, and I really like going to Comic-Con in November or October rather.
Dan, I hope tomorrow's fun. I got a little bit of stuff coming up. So tomorrow, at some point, I'll make a video on the announcements. So I'll cover that tomorrow night. I'm really excited. So I'm going to be doing my live stream for WrestleFest. I think a lot of people are going to be really happy with the cab. I mean, the games are the same situation with the games, but man, that cab is really something special. Like they really put together a good product there. So excited to show off the games, excited to get to work on my review. And then Monday, I'll be back for Chill and Chat. And I suppose we will, do more coverage on what we saw at Toy Fair or if anything else comes up. So exciting weekend, should be fun. At some point, I should do something with my wife, but let's be honest, we have 2 young kids. We ain't doing shit.
Babysitters,
all right.
Mike, do. You can hire them.
That's true.
What, babysitters?
Yep.
Yeah, but there's a level of trust there with babysitters and stuff like that.
Agreed.
I just don't feel comfortable. Like, I feel comfortable with family, but can't rely on them all the time. And yeah. All right. Well, anyways, guys,
Can I just say? I'm sorry.
You can say one thing.
One more thing.
You have
before
15
we end the
seconds.
show. I want to give a huge shout out to Jason Little Alien, the moderator here today. He has been so sick, so under the weather lately, and he's still here moderating. Thank you, Jason. I know what you really want to do is go lie down and not think about anything right now.
He's still sick.
So yeah, he's still not feeling good. So huge shout out to Jason, man. He's a trooper.
Yeah. Well, since I'm saying last one, go ahead.
Go ahead, Mo. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, because you were going to probably say something endearing and nice.
Yes, very endearing and very nice. It's too bad that Jason's travel agent couldn't have gave him that penicillin he had asked for.
Oh,
but
all right then. I tried.
Mo, you should have known.
Jason,
go there.
Jason, stop complaining. The Dow is over 50,000.
Okay. Well, if we're all going to say one thing, can I say one more thing just real fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, everybody. You guys remember CT Jason? He is Mr. Home Arcade, and he does a lot of stuff on that channel, does like Motu and stuff, and he actually has his own action figure coming out, and it actually looks really freaking sick and stuff.
Awesome.
I kind of just wanted to plug that because he's got like a whole thing coming up, whatever else, dude. So yeah, check out Mr. Home Arcade, and then other figure channels that might have 4 initials in it. Anyway, yeah, that's all I wanted. But no, seriously, his control looks really freaking good. His freaking figure looks really great. It's awesome.
He has easily the coolest Masters of the Universe collection I've ever seen in my entire life. So definitely go check him out, guys. Like, super nice guy, and obviously the best voice on YouTube too. By far.
Yeah.
Next to Billy Woods, like both of them can go for a running, right? They both have great voices. Now, I do have one more thing as well. Nostalgia just posted a new video early, so go check it out.
Don't support
video.
Don't support Nostalgia until he comes back on Super Game Room, dudes. If he doesn't come back, don't support him in any way. He's sell out. All he wants to do is get free handheld crap. Don't give him anything. Terrible guy. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much. First off, I want to say thank you so much, Bill, Mike, James, everybody, for filling in. This has been awesome. Always a pleasure hanging out with you guys. And Moat, I can't thank you enough. This is the second time you've come on, and it has been wonderful. So thank you very much. And for all of you to continue watching, even though we don't have the mayor, P-Dubs, we don't have our friend Nostalgia, and even Carl's not here tonight. You guys showed up in great numbers. We hit over 200 tonight. Thank you so much, everybody, for keeping this show alive, despite the fact there's only an overweight Canadian here from the original roster. It's greatly appreciated. So with that being said, everybody...
Wait. No. Being
one
genuine.
More thing.
I'm being genuine, man. Yo, give some prayers and well wishes to Burger Time Brave. That's why Gallagher's not live tonight. Yeah. So just throw that out there. Sorry. Okay, now continue.
I'm gonna end the show.
Look, I'm drinking water.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, Toy Fair is exciting, as we all hope it's going to be. No NBA Jam, no Buck Hunter. We'll see you tomorrow.
What if it's Buck Hunter Pro?
I don't want that. Good night, everybody.